I grabbed a small box I had on hand and removed the colorful tape and replaced it with clear packing tape. Then I cut the flaps off the box with some sharp scissors. What does sushi making and home decor have in common? Maybe a little more than you might think. For the first project, I started by staining 3 sushi rolling mats with a light colored stain and allowed them to fully dry. I placed a sushi rolling mat on the side of the box and determined how far I wanted it to go up the side and made a mark. From that mark, I measured up and over the edge, down into the box, all the way to the bottom. Then I measured the sides of the box to determine the length. Next, I cut the mats to size, which was about 3 inches or 21 pieces of bamboo lengthwise to fit all 4 sides. Next, I cut 4 pieces of fabric. I matched the short sides of 1 long piece and 1 short piece, then hot glued them together to create a seam. Next, I turned the fabric inside out and placed it into the box, making sure the seams matched with the corners of the box. I hot glued the pieces of mat to all 4 sides, making sure to overlap the mat on top of the fabric. For the empty spaces on the long sides, I measured and cut pieces to fit, then hot glued them on as well and tried to line the pieces up as best I could. Next, I placed the extra piece of cardboard on top of the fabric and cut around the cardboard, leaving a few inches on each side. Then I folded the fabric over and hot glued it, making sure to pull it taut as I went around the rectangle. Once it was done, I placed the piece into the bottom of the box. To clean up the transition between the fabric and bamboo mat, I added a strip of nautical rope from the Dollar Tree for a better transition. Then I cut some sturdy rope to size and hot glued the pieces to the inside of the box on the marks to make handles. Now I have a cute little storage bin. For the next project, I used a bamboo placemat that I thrifted but was originally from Walmart and a tall glass vase from the Dollar Tree. I wrapped the mat around the vase, determined the length, then cut it to size vertically with scissors. Then I wrapped the mat around again and used a pencil to trace around the top of the vase and cut the mat again so it covered the whole vase perfectly. Then I hot glued the mat to the vase, and now I have a super cute vase that can be used as a sort of lantern with a battery-operated light or a vase for faux flowers. For the last project, I headed to the Dollar Tree and picked up 2 glass storage jars with tops. Then I placed a jar on the bamboo rolling mat and marked where the top of the jar ended. Then cut it to size with scissors. To give the mat some dimension, I used scissors to cut every other bamboo piece to different sizes. Now I have 2 cute little storage jars that are perfect for holding various items in my bathroom. I hope these tutorials inspired you to upcycle some sushi rolling mats into cute and functional home decor pieces.
Pick up some basic jute placemats at a craft or decor store. Sew 2 placemats together using an upholstery needle and jute twine. Hand sew a simple over-under stitch around the perimeter of the placemats, but pause about 2/3 of the way through. Stuff polyfill stuffing in between the 2 placemats to whatever thickness you want. Then continue sewing the remaining space with the jute twine and tie off with a knot at the end. You can stop here with a beautiful textured pillow, or you can take it a step further. Make 8 to 10 pom-poms using a pom-pom maker in a color or colors of your choice. Using the upholstery needle and yarn, sew the pom-poms at different points around the perimeter of the pillow. Style your jute pom-pom pillow on a sofa or chair and collect the compliments. Grab a basic Lazy Susan, I thrifted mine, and spray paint it black. Use some hot glue in the center of a jute placemat and attach it to the top of the Lazy Susan. Once attached, continue to glue the underside of the placemat to the Lazy Susan, working your way from the center to the edge. Use as a serving trivet at a dining table, or place plants on top, turning the Lazy Susan so each plant gets the best light. Or even style as a cool coffee station in your kitchen. Clean up an old planter pot and give it a makeover. Fold the bottom of a jute placemat under and glue it so it is secure. Do the same for 2 more placemats and then glue the placemats together on the sides. Wrap the connected placemats around the planter pot and glue the ends together where they connect. Your plants will love this new textured planter pot. I hope this inspired you to take some basic jute placemats and create unique home decor with style and texture.
You will never want to throw away another wooden spoon again when you see these unique ideas you can make with them. Here's a fun way to honor a recipe card with memories attached. I'm placing 2 wooden spoons on the right and left side of the recipe card with the spoons facing in the opposite directions. Next, I'm placing 2 more spoons on the top and bottom, creating a frame. To join the spoons together, thin twine is being wrapped in a crisscross pattern to hold 2 spoons at a time together, then tied in a knot. To hang, after considering a couple of nails, I'm using heavy-duty tape instead to save my walls. I'm attaching small rolls of tape on the backs of the spoons and the recipe card, then attaching them to the wall. And the end result is a charming way to celebrate a special recipe with a perfectly themed picture frame. Next up is an easy and productive idea for your garden. I'm selecting 4 spoons, with the bonus being plastic this round for added longevity. Each spoon is getting penciled in with handwritten plant names to lay down how I'd like the words written. Now I'm going over the pencil with a fine-tipped permanent black Sharpie so the lettering really pops against the white spoons. Now I'm cutting some thin twine and twisting it around each spoon, ending in a bow for added interest. For an added decorative touch, I'm drawing tiny polka dots and crosses on 2 of the handles. The size of the spoons makes the script easy to read, and the plastic will help keep these labels in good shape for a long time to come. Here's a fun idea if your kitchen drawers are too full. I'm selecting some wooden spoons with flatter handles, although round can work as well. I'm gathering some random cup hooks with smaller screw heads. Using a small drill bit, I'm drilling into the penciled marks just enough to start a hole without going right through. Each cup hook is getting screwed into the pilot holes until secure. Now I'm selecting some kitchen utensils I wish to feature, then arranging and hanging them from the hooks as desired. You can use some twine or string to help hang objects as well. I'm placing each spoon onto a scrap piece of wood, then drilling 2 larger hanging holes right through the spoon. To mount to the wall, I'm holding the loaded spoons against the wall where desired, then screwing them to the wall. And the end result is a unique and beautifully themed way to display and hang your favorite kitchen utensils. The wooden spoons give off a kitchen-themed vibe while organizing your favorite utensils within easy reach. Next up is a unique way to help serve your favorite food and beverages. I'm selecting 2 scrap wood boards that are cut to the size of a wooden fork and spoon. To join the wood planks, brackets can be used. However, I'm using a Craig jig pocket hole maker, which creates an easy and pro way to join wood. Sliding the jig slider to my thickness of wood, 1 piece is being clamped into the jig with the pencil marks facing away from the drill. Moving the board to the pencil marks, I'm using the middle jig hole to drill 3 holes into the back of 1 board. Facing the boards good side down, the holes are being placed against the other board. I'm inserting screws into the deep angled pocket holes, then pumping the drill slowly until each screw is attached. The wooden fork and spoon are being positioned on each side of the boards, then being marked in pencil where I wish to drill holes. To assemble the handles, I'm inserting the screw through the spoon hole, then inserting a cut plastic straw to hide the exposed screw. To theme this project up right, I'm stenciling a cafe sign onto the middle of the tray using Fusion's Coal Black. To further camouflage the black screws, I'm taping around the screws, then painting those areas in black along with the straws. And I'm left with a perfectly themed serving tray that is ready to serve up my favorite treats or beverages. I love the play of the fork and spoon, which marries the stencil theme and function of this adorable tray.